Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. Today I'm going to be playing in the background, but I just want to talk with y'all about things that I've noticed in the Dokkan community and, how we're all reacting to things. First off, let's go get the big scary one out of the way. Aunt Rose. Global put in their data download for the Part 3 celebration an untranslated banner for this unit. Nowhere, anywhere else did it show up except in Global, which they've been known to do. Global has gotten untranslated assets months in advance. In fact, right before the worldwide celebration, they got the untranslated assets for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Omega Shenron, Go Bros EZA, Turles, and I believe Super Trunks. Might be wrong on that last one. But the data's already in Global for that, untranslated. Now, yes, we are hopeful that there's an EX part to this celebration still, and they give us that EZA. But it's not promised. It's far from it. Now, with that information, we can deduce that at some point in the near future, on Global and JP, because there's this wonderful sync happening, he will EZA. Like I said, I hope it's in the EX part of Part 3. But it's really most likely an upcoming banner. Unfortunately. I don't want it to be that, but I'm not in charge of Dokkan. Let's see where is she. Now, after that, the community is, for the most part, been fairly chill about things. Upset? Fair. Can't blame you for that. But y'all need to calm down. And by y'all, I mean all of us. We all want it. We're all excited. Zamasu needs it for his team. But he's coming. He's definitely coming. Just don't know when. Now, I've noticed another thing. A lot of people have been saying, just mostly Twitter. The Truth had made a post that crits are really not as necessary anymore. And the argument I've seen thrown back at Truth is we have a boss that takes literally 0 damage. What do you mean? Well, what he means is, and what I agree with is, that boss takes 0 damage from crits too. You have to hit a certain threshold in your attack stat to deal damage. So that means that this unit doesn't actually work the way people want it to. Or this fight. The hardest stage in the game, Red Zone Fusion Zamasu, crits don't matter. Attack stat matters. Maximum, it's like the burst mode, where if you don't deal a certain amount of damage, it won't matter. Plain and simple. Crit builds are fine. They're all good and well. But for the harder content of the game, they don't matter. When you say, oh, this unit needs to crit, this unit needs to crit to deal damage. It doesn't need to crit to deal damage. We've seen that. We've seen that critting doesn't guarantee damage anymore. He's the biggest advocate for a full dodge build. And I support it. Dodge is probably one of the most anticipatedly needed skills for a lot of units. Because they just can't take a super from a lot of these events, especially when they're AoEing for 500k before any attacks go off. So realistically, Dokkan is making their harder content very, very well. It's hard. It hits hard. We need long-form content. Omega Shenron here is an example of good long-form content. It can go up to, on average, 7 to 8 turns. But remember, people were not all truth with rainbow boxes. So yes, the truth will say that some stages like Red Zone are too easy because turn 5, turn 6. I beat him in turn 6 too. But a lot of people who have 55% units, you might experience a different thing and have a different opinion based on your units. But I guarantee you'll be able to beat the stage better if they're not getting hit. So, you know, in the end, it's really about the focus of what your box looks like to the difficulty level of the event. If you can't pull off a guaranteed win in 7 turns consistently, reevaluate your builds. Your maximum additional builds, your maximum crit builds probably aren't working the way you want them to. And with good reason. They're just not designed for that anymore. Reevaluate. Spend 5 stones if you got to. I know it's hard when you're free to play. But you don't have to summon on every banner. It's another thing free to play players out there. Remember, you shouldn't summon on every banner. Summon on the banners you want to summon on 100%. If you want the unit, go for it. I support you. But don't summon on every banner. Most of them don't have the right level of good units to insane unit ratio. A lot of times you'll get stuck with bad older units and you'll feel super shafted. Don't worry about it. What you should do with your surveys, though, is request a pity system. Took a while, but we got the sync through surveys. Now we need to demand and request politely, because of the culture of Japan, we need to respond politely. Don't be demanding. Don't be our typical selves, Dokkan players. Politely request a pity system. If we can get a pity system in the game, then we'll have less to worry about. We'll be able to pull up more units and have them shine. Because we'll be able to get them. Not with just red coins through a loyalty program. And please express that in your survey, that this is a loyalty program, not pity. Every modern gacha, including Dragon Ball Legends, has a pity system built in. That when the new banner drops, you can get the new unit. So go for it now. Request politely. Please, keep that in mind. Alright, well, that Rosé, as you saw, not so good, even with his EZA. I'm going to end the video here, but I hope you guys take into consideration what's coming, when it's coming, and how we go about maintaining proper game balance, fun, and a not so toxic community. I hope you guys found what I said to be informative here. If you want more of these, like the video, subscribe, comment. Tell me you want me to talk more about the community, Dokkan as a game, not just the gameplay videos I've been doing. I'm willing to give you guys the content you want. So let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much. Bye.